The 91-year-old man who was found unconscious in his Kingsford home after it caught fire Tuesday is recovering tonight at the hospital and doing well.
TV6's Iron Mountain Kingsford Bureau reporter Monique Lopez spoke to the elderly man and the 10-year-old boy being credited for helping save his life.
Thanks, Jackson.
There we go.
For saving my life.
Oh, I love it.
George Mortal had been living in his Kingsford home since he was 7 years old, but never in a million years did he think a neighbor close to that age would have a hand in helping him get rescued from it.
Normal day, got out of the shower and I happened to glance over there and I saw little puffs of smoke coming out of the attic area, and I told my grandmother, so she called 911. They got here pretty quick. I just felt like the right thing to do.
When he arrived at the hospital, doctors say George had inhaled more than 30% of carbon monoxide into his lungs, an amount they say sometimes most 20-year-olds can't even survive. So for 91-year-old George, getting out of the smoke-filled home as fast as possible was critical. Thanks to Jackson's quick thinking, Kingsford public safety officers immediately arrived at George's home and were able to force their way in, saving George's life. And George, who has been battling cancer for several years, now gets to live to see another day with his 3 girls. For that, the family is eternally grateful and has knighted Jackson their hero.
We just think he's a wonderful little boy, and I think for him to do that, that was such a wise thing and mature thing to do, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Absolutely.
You are a hero.
Yes.
You're our hero.
Investigators say the fire started in the attic area above the kitchen and was contained there. And while on the outside the home may appear fine, the family has told us that it is a total loss and George will not be returning to the home he grew up in and has spent most of his life in.
This was a tough one for him. It's not that he's in the hospital with smoke inhalation, it's losing his home. It was a part of him, and that's going to be the tough thing for him to deal with right now.
In the end, everyone is just grateful that George is doing well, and at this point, they're taking it one day at a time. Monique Lopez, TV6 News, Kingsford.